Happy Tuesday, friends. Okay, so I am doing some personal development. I'm always doing personal development, but right now I'm reading this book, A Slight Edge, in one of my mentorship groups. And this morning it was so good. Like I was highlighting like a crazy person, and I wanted to share it with some of you because I know it's going to resonate and it might be exactly the thing you need to hear. So personal development, I do it every single day. It's one of the things I do as a coach that helps me just like work on my own journey, because that's what I do as a coach. Like I work on my own journey, I work out, I drink my superfoods, I plug into my accountability tribe, but I'm always working on myself. Apparently I need to work on my hair a little more. I don't know what's happening, guys. Do we like this look? I don't know. Anyways, so personal responsibility is such an important thing, and it's something that I am trying to be much more active in, even when things are not my fault. Still taking ownership in my piece of it, because otherwise I become a victim and I give away my power. And so if that's where you're at, if some really shitty, awful thing has happened to you and it legitimately was not your fault, you can fight it. You can like get stuck on this like angry cycle and be like, why did this happen to me? Or you can just own where you're at and you can learn whatever lesson there is in it. And when I had something really shitty happen to me, I did some intense therapy around it. And I'm one of those people where I feel like everything has to happen for a reason. And she was like, Sarah, not everything happens for a reason. Some just things happen randomly, but you get to determine the reason. Like you get to grow from it. You get to get better from it. You get to evolve from that super random shitty thing that still happened to you, but you have to take responsibility for your piece in it. So I'm reading The Slight Edge. It's by Jeff Olson. I've heard so many great things about it. I really recommend it to you guys. But today, so he's talking about how we're in life, like we're never on a straight curve. You're always either curving up or you're curving down, depending on you know, what you're doing. And so the people in life who are getting better, the people in life who are leveling up, those people are going to take personal responsibility no matter what's happened. And the people who are on this like failure cycle, who are never going to get better, who will always be victims, who will continue to struggle and it will never be their fault and those people are going to look to blame other people. And we all have them in our lives. The people who it's never their fault, they're always a victim, bad things are constantly happening to them. Well, are you taking personal responsibility or not? So I highlighted this stuff today and I wanted to share it with you because maybe it'll resonate with one of you. And if it does, you can double tap. Okay, so negative and difficult things happen to all of us. Most of them are mostly or completely out of our control. It's how we react, how we view those circumstances and conditions that makes the difference between success and failure. And that's completely within our control. We get to choose that if we're going to take responsibility and how we're going to learn from it. And so they quoted this guy named John Burroughs, an American naturalist, who said, "A man can fail many times, but he is not a failure until he begins to blame someone else." And that resonated with me so much because I think a lot of us have this, you know, we live a small life, right? You don't want to get uncomfortable. You don't want to voice your dreams and your hopes out loud because what if someone mocks you or makes fun of you? Or what if you have to eat crow because you said you're going to do this thing and then it didn't pan out? Well, I am team like fail forward. And sometimes that's easier said than done. But like, if you are always striving to evolve, you are going to fail. Like you are going to mess up. It's not always going to be this straight path because like the book says, there's no such thing as a straight path. You're either curving up or you're curving down, and it's 100% your responsibility. You have ownership in that, which that's a really cool thing. If you flip your perspective, instead of being like, oh, I have to show up to do this today, I get to show up to do this today. I get to make some decisions. I get to make deposits in my own journey. I get to move my body. I get to drink my water. I get to take time for self-care. Like those are all things we get to choose that are completely 100% our control. Your attitude is completely 100% your control. So, and then this other thing I highlighted was about how the people who are positive, the people who are going to level up, the people who will make something really spectacular out of their lives, those people understand that it's not what happens to them that's important, but how they respond to what happens that makes a difference between their failure and their success. And I just freaking love that. And then it talks about the people on the failure curve are masters of blame. They blame everyone and everything. The economy, the government, the oil crisis, the weather, their neighbors, the rich, the poor, the young, the old, the kids, their parents, their boss, their coworkers, their employees, life itself. They are life's victims. And that's a really super sad thing. Life is an unpleasant practical joke which occurs somewhere between birth and death. That's what's like, don't be sad. Don't say that. That's terrible. So anyway, I just like, this really resonated with me. And so I just want you to know that like, this is your life. This is your one shot at life, and it's not going to be perfect. And I know that there will be struggle for all of us. Like at some point, that's just part of being human. But you're the one driving your bus. You're the one in charge of your attitude. You're the one that gets to decide what you will learn and how you will grow from something versus just being a victim and like allowing some shitty thing to happen and there being no purpose. Like my therapist said that one time, you get to find the meaning in it. You get to assign what that means, and then you get to grow from it and you get to get better from it, and you can use that thing, whatever it was that happened to you, to like shine the light for other people. That's what I do as a coach. I'm not perfect. I don't have all my shit figured out, but I peddle hope. I share hope. I share my real, I share my imperfect journey with the hopes that it will inspire you to like show up and to dig deep and to realize that in the middle of your struggle, that's where your strength is born. So struggle, hard, all that stuff, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You get to learn what you're made of and how strong you are and and see how much you've grown. So it really resonated with me. This book, The Slight Edge, I highly recommend it, my friends. I'm going to get off here and then I'm going to do some more personal development, and then I'm going to shut it down and I'm going to play with the cats because I do what I want. Anyways, I believe in you all. I'm here if you need me. And just remember that you are the driver of your bus. Things will happen to you that are outside of your control. But what is in your control is your attitude and the lesson that you're going to take from it and how you're going to move forward from it, instead of like polishing that terrible thing that's happened to you. Instead being like, this is my life. It's my one shot, and I'm going to show up and I'm going to be the best version of myself, imperfectly perfect. And yeah, that's that, my friend. So make it count today. I hope you drink your water. I hope that you do something that brings you joy. I hope that you honor your struggle, that you do something that makes you proud and feel victorious, because every single little action, all those things compound into greatness. All those things matter. They all add up. They all give you traction either towards the version of yourself or away from the version of yourself that you want to be.